Hi Starseeds, welcome back to my kitchen. So I'm really excited for two reasons today. The first reason is because we are going to be making vegan Krispy Kreme donuts, which I'm really excited about, and I'm sure you are too. That's why you clicked on this video. And also the second reason is because we are going to be making these Krispy Kreme vegan donuts in an air fryer. So thanks to Michelangelo. This is a sponsored video, by the way, and I never promote anything to my viewers that I don't believe in. So I spent the last few days messing around with this air fryer from Michelangelo, and I absolutely love it. And I tried making these Krispy Kreme donuts, and everybody loved these donuts, including myself. They're really delicious. So let's get into the video and let me show you guys how to make these delicious vegan Krispy Kreme donuts without having to deep fry them. So the first thing we're gonna do is take our wet ingredients right here and place 1 3/4 of a cup of vegan milk in a pot, along with a 1/4 cup of vegan butter. So what we're gonna do is heat this mixture up until it's lukewarm. The reason why we want the temperature to be lukewarm is so that when we add the yeast right here, that the yeast will thrive off the lukewarm water. If you overheat it and you add the yeast, then your yeast will actually die. So you really need to be careful with that. Make sure that it's lukewarm. You can do a little test on your wrist and just make sure that it's not too hot and not too cold. So let's get on over to the stove and heat this up, and I'll be back in a second. So now that our milk and butter mixture is nice and lukewarm, we're just gonna go in with the yeast. So I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. And actually, that's pretty much 7 grams. So that's the whole packet. So what we're gonna do is just whisk it. And then once you've whisked it, all you have to do is wait 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll notice a frothy layer sort of developing on the surface of the milk. And that's how you know that it's correct, everything is as it should be, and we're gonna move on to the next step. So while our yeast mixture is frothing up, and like I said earlier, that will take around 5 to 10 minutes, we're just gonna get all the dry ingredients together. So here I have 3 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. Just gonna place that into a clean bowl, along with a 1/4 cup of cane sugar, or granulated sugar. And then you want to just get some salt in there. I'd say about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So we're just going to use a whisk to combine all the ingredients, just like this. So now that we've whisked together all of our dry ingredients and our yeast is nicely activated, and you can tell that it's activated because the surface of the milk is very lumpy and frothy. So what we're going to do now is just place the yeast milk butter mixture into our dry ingredients. So now you're just gonna mix it all up. And this is when things are gonna get really sticky, because if you don't have a kneading machine, like a kneading appliance, you're gonna have to do this by hand. And it can get really sticky. But it's totally normal, and you need the dough to be a little sticky, otherwise the donuts will come out dry. So you can see just how sticky the dough is. So if you don't have a kneading machine, you're gonna have to go in there with your hands, and you're gonna knead this. You can knead it by stretching it out like this, but you're gonna have to knead it for 6 minutes. And if you need to add a little bit of flour at this point, you can do so, just don't overdo it, otherwise your donuts will turn out dry. So I'm gonna hold off for as long as I can. So you can see that the dough is really sticky even after 6 minutes. I mean, it's much better than it was at the beginning, but still really sticky, so don't be afraid of that. So what we're gonna do is just spray the inside of the bowl we were working in with some avocado spray or any oil of your choice. And then we're gonna take our dough and just place it inside. And then also spray a little bit on the top. So I'm just gonna cover this up with some plastic wrap and let it sit in a warm place for an hour, and it should triple in size. So the dough has been rising for an hour, and look how beautiful and puffy it looks. Oh my God, I love it, I love it. So what we're gonna do now is I've floured the surface a little bit, and what we're gonna do is just dump this on. You can see that there's gonna be some air bubbles in the dough, but we're gonna knead out the dough for about a minute, just with a bit of flour. Just dust it with a bit of flour. And now, oh my God, it's so soft. Look. Look at that, guys. We're just going to knead it just for a minute. Okay, so all you have to do is roll out your dough and use as much flour as you need to actually roll it out, but not too much that your dough gets really dry. You still want it to be sticky. So all I have is a cup to actually cut out the donut shapes. If you have a cookie cutter, that's probably a lot better. So this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a smaller one. This is just actually the lid of my avocado oil spray. And I'm just going to make a little circle in there. And that's that. So I'm just gonna carefully place it on the air fryer grill. So this recipe makes 16 donuts. And what I've done is I've used my cup to cut out the donut shapes. And what has to be done now is the donuts need to rise again. So this is the second rising, anywhere between 20 to 45 minutes. So we're just waiting around. So we're just about ready to put these into the air fryer. But before we do, we gotta spray them with a little bit of avocado oil. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Just give it a spray, just like that. And these are going into the air fryer. I have preheated my air fryer at 355 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 minutes. And these are just gonna cook for 6 minutes. So let's do this. So what I love about this air fryer from Michelangelo is that it's super spacious. It's not like some other air fryers that only have a very small basket. This one fits a lot of different things. So these are gonna cook for 6 minutes at 355 degrees Fahrenheit. And what I love about air fryers is that you get the same fried effect, but without all of the deep frying action and unhealthy food that goes along with it. So this is just an excellent kitchen appliance. I love this Michelangelo air fryer. And you can make so many different things, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you all these different kinds of recipes that I've come up with. So I've gone ahead and made this beautiful Krispy Kreme glaze. And if you want the recipe for that, you can just check the description box below. So all we're gonna do is take our donuts. By the way, they look amazing and just beautiful, golden brown and really soft. So at first, when you first take them out of the air fryer, they're a little bit hard. But then after a couple minutes, they really soften and they look incredible. So we're just gonna take our donuts and dip them into the icing. This is the best part. Look at that. That just looks incredible. Make sure your donuts have cooled a bit before dipping them in to the icing. Oh yeah. Here you go, guys. These are glazed, vegan, Krispy Kreme air fried donuts, and I'm just gonna break one open for you. Oh my God. That is just so fluffy and delicious. Beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe because we're here all the time providing you guys with plant-based recipes. Also, smash that like button if you like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.